everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lecture, which we are going to learn about Crewai in-depth intuition. Okay, what is Crewai? What are the two main concepts in Crewai? When to use Crew? When to use flows? What are the applications of using Crewai? Okay, in-depth intuition, which we are going to learn about in this lecture. So with that everyone, I am Nitish Kumar. I have 1 year of experience with this generative AI and agentic AI frameworks. So in my YouTube channel, which I am planned to conduct a Crewai crash course in next couple of months. The main thing is I'm going to cover from the scratch. So you would never face any issue with that, right? I'm not just copy pasting code from documentation page to my files, my workspace, right? I'm going to cover everything from the scratch with my code only, with my understanding. I studied past couple of months this Crewai framework, which you trust me guys, which I help you to master this Crewai framework. So if you master this Crewai framework, right, you can in future, if you are going to learn any framework, right, LangGraph or ADK, Google ADK or Agno or Llama Index, which will help you a lot to master in any framework. Okay, if you master one framework, it will be help you a lot to learn and master another framework. So with that everyone, today which we are going to learn about Crewai introduction. So with that everyone, move into the concept, right? So today which we are going to learn about why choose Crewai, what is Crewai, what are the two main concepts in Crewai, what are the applications using Crewai, okay, and then when to use Crew and when to use flows. Okay everyone, so let's deep dive into the concepts, right? Why choose Crewai compared with other frameworks? In markets there will be lot of frameworks. There will be LangGraph, there will be Agno, there will be Llama Index, there will be OpenAI ADK Agent Kit, there will be Google ADK Agent Kit. Okay, lot of frameworks. So there will be other frameworks. Why we choose Crewai? So for that I created one separate PDF for you. Okay, so keep the PDF with you. Okay, it will be helpful for if you are preparing interview. It will be more helpful. Okay, whenever I am going to conduct a session, I create a separate PDF for you. Okay, keep the PDF with you. Okay, in this Visual Studio Code there will be extension. Okay, in this extension you need to install PDF viewer. Okay, then only you can able to open this PDF file in your workspace in Visual Studio Code. Okay, with that everyone, so why choose Crewai with other frameworks, right? So particularly Crewai supports autonomous operations, right? Agents make intelligent decisions based on their roles and available tools. Okay, in Crewai there will be agent and task. Okay, if you are specifically use Crew, there will be agents and tasks. Okay, so using that we can able to make some intelligent decision based on their roles and available tools. Okay, the next one is natural interaction. Okay, so in the main specialty of using Crewai is agent can communicate and collaborate like human team members. Okay, one agent can communicate with the other agent. Okay, this is the main functionality of using Crewai. Okay, agent can communicate and make real decisions and give some real world answers, some efficient answers. Okay, that's the main thing of Crewai, natural interaction. And the next one is extensible design. Okay, easy to add new tools. Okay, so yesterday I covered agentic AI, right? In that I specifically told you there will be 3 tools. Okay, inbuilt tools, custom tools, and third-party tools. Okay, you can easily able to add inbuilt tools. Okay, there will be Google Server, Tavily, and there will be lot of tools that is available. You can easily able to add inbuilt tools. Okay, in many of the scenarios we can only use custom tools for our applications, right? We can also able to add custom tools. Okay, and many more capabilities, right? And then production ready, build for reliability and scalability in real world applications. Okay, if you build applications, then you can add more agents and tasks based upon your requirement. Okay, this is the reliability and scalability, and security focused, okay, designed with enterprise security requirements in mind, okay, cost efficient, okay, optimized to minimize token usage and AP calls, okay. These are the major things why we choose Crewai compared with other frameworks, right? With that, everyone, so we jump into what is Crewai. Okay, what is Crewai? This is very important to understand why we are using Crewai in our workflow, why we are choosing to use Crewai to learn, right? So Crewai is the leading open source framework for orchestrating autonomous AI agents and building complex workflows, right? So Crewai is specifically for orchestrating autonomous, okay. We can able to build a pipeline in autonomous way, okay, without human intervention. And the next one is building complex workflows, okay. One agent can communicate with other agent and able to collaborate and use some real world efficiency for real world answers. For that, they are introducing this Crewai platform, right? Crewai is a cutting edge framework designed for orchestrating and managing multiple agents that work together as a collaborative team. As I already said that agent that work together as a team, okay, and then able to collaborate, okay, from one agent to another agent, and able to communicate, okay, and then give some real world answers, right? Think of it as a way to build your own AI workspace where each member has a specific role and expertise, okay. In agent, we give some specific role, okay. If I'm going to create any particular agent, okay, I will give some role to that particular agent, okay. If you are a researcher assistant, okay, you are a content writer assistant, okay, I can give some specific role to that particular agent, okay. And then the core idea is, instead of relying on a single AI agent to handle everything, okay, here everyone, if you see, instead of relying on a single agent, okay, so in real world applications we cannot only rely on single agent, okay. So if we give multiple tasks, okay, if one agent do research on this particular topic and the next agent will do summarization and the next agent will do content editing and writing, okay, if I give all tasks to the same agent, okay, it will able to hallucinate and it will able to give wrong answers. If we use particularly single agent, instead there will be multi-agent, okay. I created a specific task for this specific agent, okay, this first agent, okay, this is the first agent. This first agent will do research and the next agent will do summarize, and then third agent will do content editing and writing for our applications, right? This is the multi-agent collaboration, okay. This first agent will do research on this particular topic, okay, and using tools, okay, using some specific tools which we are providing to the particular agent, okay. Using the tool, this research agent, it will call the tool and the tool will invoke outside the world, okay. It will able to retrieve some real world answers, it will give to the research agent, it will summarize and it will pass to the next summarizer agent, and the summarizer agent using that brain, okay, using that brain, it will able to summarize, okay, it will able to fetch the key related words, okay, key related contents to the next content writer agent, okay. The content writer agent using the topic, it will able to write the blog or write the content for us, okay. This is the agent, it can able to communicate and collaborate with each other, okay. The tools is not required for every agent, okay, based upon our use case. For summarization, the tools is not required, right? For content writing, the tools is not requirement, okay. Based upon our requirement, we can add tools, we can add memory, we can add LLM, right? So this is everyone. If you see, the core idea, not relying on single agent, okay. Here we are not relying on single agent, okay. This particular agent will do research analysis, right, for this particular topic. For example, A in healthcare, okay. If I ask recent developments in A healthcare, okay, this research agent, it can able to invoke the tools, okay, invoke the tools and able to retrieve the answer, okay. This particular agent will research that particular tool and this particular agent will summarize and this particular agent will edit and write the content for me, okay. It will not rely on single agent, okay. That's the thing, single agent to handle everything. Crewai allows you to create specialist agent to collaborate like a real team, okay. it can able to work like a team. Okay, this agent summarize, and this agent will research, and this agent will summarize, and this agent will write the content. Okay, it will act as a team. Okay, collaborate like a team, just in a company where you have researchers, writers, analysts, and managers, each their own expertise. Crewai lets you build AI agents, AI teams with similar specialization. Okay, hope you guys you can able to understand it. Okay, why this matters? Okay, traditional AI approaches often use one agent trying to do everything. Okay, so if you imagine this, if you think, if I give all this three tasks to this one agent, okay, it will able to hallucinate. Okay, it will able to hallucinate. If we are giving overload to that particular agent, okay, the single agent, okay, all these three things, okay, so it can able to hallucinate, or it can take more time to create an answer. Okay, so that's the major disadvantage of using single agent, right? Crewai recognize that complex tasks are better handled by teams of specialized working together, mirroring how humans solve complex problems in the real world. Okay, similarly, how we are orchestrating in office. Okay, the manager delegating tasks to the workers. Okay, one particular worker will able to handle backend, one particular worker will able to work on server web server, and one particular agent will be work on front end. Okay, so the manager how delegating tasks to the workers. Okay, similarly how this Crewai will works, right? This is why we are choosing Crewai. Okay, the next one is core functionality of using Crewai, right? How Crewai works, right? Crewai provides structured framework that allows you to define specialized agent. Okay, for example, for this research agent, I can give some agent's role, goal, and backstory. Okay, here we are only in this lecture, which we are going to only learn introduction, guys. Next, tomorrow onwards we are going to do some hands-on experience. Okay, we are going to implement some agents, right? So here this particular agent have role, goal, and backstory, right? This is here they are saying. Okay, here each agent has specific role. Okay, this researcher have some role, researcher, okay, and write and analyst. Okay, agents have defined goals. Okay, agents have specifically defined goals, what it have to do, okay, when to do, okay, and expert areas, okay, which we will be seeing tomorrow. Okay, they can use different tools. Okay, I can, as I already said that, okay, if the particular agent want to research some specific topic, okay, it can able to leverages the tool to fetch the answer, right? And research based on their rule. Okay, and then orchestrate collaboration. Okay, agents can communicate and share information. That's the core idea of using Crewai. Okay, agents can communicate. Okay, one agent can research, and one agent can summarize, and one agent can content editing and writing. Okay, this agent can communicate and share information. Works get handed off from one agent to another agent. So if you particularly see here, this agent will do this task. Okay, if this research agent will invoke the tool, and it will hand off the, if the research agent will do his task. Okay, after finishing his task, it will hand over the task to the summarizer agent with this particular answer. Okay, this agent will rely on this particular agent output. Okay, this particular agent will rely on this particular summarizer agent. Okay, the output goes from one agent to another agent. By default in Crewai, the output goes from one agent to another agent. Once this agent finished his task, okay, this agent will give output to this agent. Once the summarizer agent will finish his task, okay, this summarizer agent will give output to this content writer. Okay, this content writer will finally able to edit and write, and it will able to create some efficient answer, and it will able to give some answer. Okay, this is they are saying in this documentation page. Okay, work gets handed from one agent to another agent. Each agent builds upon the work of previous agent. Okay, wow, it will able to use the previous agent's output. Okay, manage complex workflows. Okay, break down large tasks into smaller manageable pieces. Okay, in Crewai, if we give any task to the agent, okay, it will able to manage. Okay, it will able to break down the large tasks into smaller and manageable pieces. Okay, as each piece to the most suitable agent. coordinate the sequence of work automatically. Here, if you see, okay, if user gives input, the researcher the task is like a sequential, okay, the research agent and then summarizer and then content writer. In Crewai specifically, there will be two ways we can implement the process, okay. One is sequential, okay, the process will happen in one after the another, okay. Another one is hierarchical agent, okay. Hierarchical means the manager decides, okay, in which agent I can delegate the task, okay, in which agent I can delegate the task to another agent, okay. The manager decides, okay. If user will give any query, the manager decides I can call which agent, okay. He can able to call this first agent or this second agent, or it can able to third agent, and finally it can able to check the answer, it will able to give the output. This is hierarchical agent, right? In Crewai there will be two process, okay. One is sequential and next one is hierarchical, right? This is, they are saying, manage complex workflow, achieve better results, okay. We are not relying on specific agent, we are introducing different agent for different tasks, so it will be able to give some better results, okay. That's why they are saying specialized agent produce higher quality output in their domain. Collaboration lead to more comprehensive solutions, built-in quality control through multi-agent review, right? And then if you see key capabilities, role-based intelligence, each agent is optimized for specific task, as I already said that, okay. Each agent do some specific task, okay. We are not giving all the tasks to particular agent, okay. We are defining specific task for each agent for specific task, okay. And then next one is autonomous decision making, okay. Agents can make decisions within their scope, okay. We are defining role, goal and backstory. Based upon that, each agent will take decision and do some action, okay. Autonomous decision making. Inter-agent communication, okay. As I already said that agents share context and information from one agent to another agent, okay. Sequential and parallel execution. Tasks can run in order or simultaneously, okay. Here if you see specifically, here this workflow is specifically sequential, okay, one after another, okay. Here the research agent finishes his work, then only the summarizer agent will be get hand over to that, okay. And then based on the output the research agent give, okay, the summarizer agent will work onto that, and then context writer will be able to edit and will be able to write the context, okay. This is sequential. And if you see hierarchical, okay, here the manager decides everything, okay. I can call agent 1 or agent 2 or agent 3 based on the user input, okay. It will be able to analyze and it will be able to decide, okay. These are the two process, sequential and hierarchical, okay. Memory and context, okay. Agents can remember and build upon previous interaction, okay. For long term conversation, memory is required for that, okay. If user want to make some long term conversation, in that case without memory we can't able to persist the or save the previous conversation, okay. So using memory we can able to persist over the agents, okay. In two main concepts, okay. So the core idea of using Crewai, in Crewai there are two main concepts. One is crews and flows, okay. In Crewai we can able to create agents in two ways. One is crews and one is flows, right? So first one is, what is crew, okay. Crew is a collection of AI agents working together toward a common goal, okay. For if you specifically see here, this is crew, right? This is crew, okay. This specific agent have goal, okay. At the end of the day, this specific agent to create some efficient blog or content creating, okay. This specifically agent is designed for creating a content, okay. At the end of the day, so this crew have some goal to achieve. That's why they are saying here, toward a common goal, towards a common goal. It's like assembling a project team where each member brings unique skills, okay. We are setting one specific agents, okay, not for don't rely on single agent. We are assigning separate agent for different tasks, okay. Components of a crew, the team members with specific roles, okay. Each agent have defined role, senior researcher, content writer, okay, has specific goals they are trying to achieve, okay. We are defining a goals in that agent, okay. and possess a backstory that defines your expertise. Okay, you are 10 years of experience in machine learning. Okay, you have 10 years of experience in data analyst. Okay, we are giving some backstory like that. Okay, your expertise in this domain. Okay, we are defining like the way there are backstory, right? On task. Okay, the tasks, the work that needs to be done. Okay, how the expected output. Okay, the description. Okay, in this all things we are defining inside the tasks. Okay, clear descriptions of what needs to be accomplished. Okay, assigned to specific agents can depend on their tasks being completed first. Then one is process. Okay, as we already discussed, sequential, one agent finishes, then the next starts. Okay, hierarchical, a manager agent delegates to others. Okay, these are the two ones. Okay, this is hierarchical. Okay, one agent finishes and the next one starts. Okay, this is hierarchical. The manager will decide which one to execute next. Okay, and consensus. Okay, these are the two currently they are this is are using in Crewai. This is in development phase. Okay, consensus, it is in development phase. Once they develop, we can see in nature. Okay, but this two one. Okay, this sequential and hierarchical, we will be learn this two things, sequential and hierarchical, in depth in future videos. Okay, by default in Crewai everything will be in sequential. Okay, if you want to build some, if we want to build some complex workflows, in that case we will use hierarchical. Otherwise by default we can use sequential. Okay, that's the idea, everyone. Examples of crew structure. Okay, content creation crew. Okay, we already see that. Okay, we already saw that. First one is research agent, finds information using some tools, specific tools. Writer agent, okay, it can able to summarize and it can able to create the content. Okay, and editor, okay, it will finally edit and refines the for us, right? And benefits of crews: organization structure for complex projects, clear division of responsibilities, reusable team configurations, scalable to add more agents as needed, right? So this is crew, everyone, right? Then flows. Okay, flows. What is flow? It's similar to Landgraph. Okay, it's similar to Landgraph way, right? A flow defines the sequence and logic of how work moves through your agents. Okay, how we are, if one agent finishes task and then it will hand off to another agent. Okay, similarly, okay, it will be like, okay, logic of how works moves through your agents. It's the blueprint of your process, the assembly line for your key agent. Okay, key aspects of flows. Okay, in flows we can able to design our flows in different ways. First one is sequential. Okay, define the order of operations. Okay, if one if particular agent will finishes his work, okay, it will be able to hand off to another one, right? And then it will be similarly moving like that, right? Here if you see specifically this node, okay, this node able to finishes his role. Okay, and then it will be able to hand off to another agent, right? And then it will be able to third agent. Similarly, it will be performing like that, right? This is a sequential one, right? And this is a parallel flow. Okay, if user query comes, this parallelly this input goes to all other agent. Okay, this input goes to first agent, this input goes to second agent, this input goes to third agent. Okay, concurrently it can able to process the query and it will able to summarize the answer. Okay, the agent, okay, this is like an orchestrator. Okay, it will able to take all this input output from this three agents and it will able to orchestrate and aggregate the answers and it will be able to give the response. Okay, similarly there will be multiple flows. Okay, conditional, okay, looping. Okay, there will be multiple flows we can able to design in our workflows. Okay, based upon our requirement. Okay, conditional one, make decisions based on results. Okay, route work to different agents based on conditions, handle different scenarios automatically. Okay, we will see in depth in our YouTube channel, everyone. Okay, here just now I am giving some intuition only. Okay, after once we enter into the flows, okay, I can give each and every concepts in depth. Okay, which is specifically creating, which is helping to create some real world applications, right? Here we are only seeing some intuition, right? And the next one is data flow using some state. Okay, in flows state is, in flow there will be state. Okay, using state you can able to share context one agent to another agent. Okay, you can update the state. Okay, you can share the state. Okay, using state it can only it can only possible in flows only. Okay, flows only possible in state, right? Control what information moves between agents. transition data as it moves through the pipeline, maintain context throughout the process. Okay, as I already stated, state is useful for managing the context. Okay, it will able to share the context. It will if you want, okay, if it will dynamically, we can dynamically able to update the state. Okay, error handling. Okay, define what happens when something goes wrong. Okay, retry mechanism for a failed task, fallback options for better reliability. Okay, all these functionalities available in flows, right? Flow patterns, okay, linear, agent 1, agent 2, agent 3, okay, it will be going like a sequential one after another, right? Branching, okay, based on the condition. Okay, if the output decides agent 2, okay, it will flows on agent 2. Okay, if the agent falls on agent 2b, okay, it will be goes this way, right? 2b and output, right? Parallel. Okay, as I already saw that. Okay, as I already saw that. Okay, the parallelly, okay, it can you concurrently, the output is goes on agent 1, agent 2, agent 3, and agent 4 will aggregate the answer. It will able to give the output, right? Why flows matter? Provide structure and predictability, enable complex multi-step process, allows for sophisticated decision making, make workflows repeatable and reliable, right? And then when to use crews, and this is flow, this is main, everyone. Okay, whenever we are creating an real world application, production ready application, this is a required one. Okay, we need to know the thing, right? The first short answer, use both. Okay, for production, if you want to create some efficient, okay, sophisticated real world application, right, in that case you need to use both queues and flows. Okay, for production ready application, start with flow. Okay, using flow, okay, to define the overall structure, state and logic of your application. Okay, using structure, you can able to define the structure. State is specifically useful for sharing the context and maintaining the context, right? And logic of your application. Crew specifically for, you need to team of agents to perform a specific task. Okay, if you want to perform so complex task, okay, like we saw it previously, like one agent specifically for context writing, okay, editing, summarizing, and then writing. Okay, for the complex task, if you want, they can able to design a team of agents, right? Use case, simple automation. Okay, if you want to create some simple workflow like a chatbot, okay, you can use single flow only, right? If you want complex research, okay, flow managing set crew performing start. If you want to make some complex research or complex applications, right, in that case you need to use both crews and flows. Okay, advantages of using Crewai, right? Specialization leads to better quality. Each agent focuses on what it does best. Okay, no single agent trying to be a jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, high quality outputs in each domain. Okay, we are using team of agent, then it will give some high quality outputs. Okay, more accurate and relevant results. Okay, because it can able to communicate and collaborate, so it can able to accurate and it will able to give some more accurate and relevant results. Okay, research agent can focus solely on finding accurate information, while a writing agent focus on creating engaging content. Both do their jobs better than one agent trying to do them, right? Handle complex tasks efficiently. Okay, as we saw that earlier, right? Break down overwhelming problems into manageable pieces. Okay, each piece handled by the most qualified agent, parallelly processing where possible. Okay, reduces cognitive load on any single agent. We are not forcing to do on the same agent. Okay, we are assigning, okay, different tasks for different agents, right? For this particular agent will do some specific task. Okay, similarly we are not overloading to, we are not depending on any single agent. Okay, we are defining different agent for our workflow, right? Scalability and flexibility, easy to add in new agents for new capabilities, can scale teams up or downs based on needs. Okay, we can able to scale. Okay, we can add more agents based upon your requirement, or you can able to reduce the agent, right? Reuse agents across different crews. Okay, once you define your crew, okay, you can able to reuse the agent, okay, for other workflows and complex orchestrations, right? Modify workflows without rebuilding everything, right? You can able to modify the same workflow across different workflows, right? Improve collaboration context. Okay, agents build upon each other's works, shared context across the team, multiple perspectives on the same problem, quality control through multi-agent review. Okay, reduce prompt engineering, less need for massive complex prompts. Each agent has focused clear instructions. Role-based prompting is more effective, easier to troubleshoot and optimize, traditional approach, one massive prompt trying to cover research, writing, editing, fact checking, formatting. Okay, final summary. Crewai in nutshell. Okay, Crewai is powerful framework that transforms how we build AI solutions by enabling multiple specialized agents to work together as a cohesive team. Okay, with that everyone. So final, remember the two core concepts. Crews, your AI team members working together. Okay, crews are like working as a team. Okay, one agent can collaborate with other agent. Okay, it can able to communicate and it can able to collaborate and can able to take decisions. Okay, flows, workflow and process them follow. Okay, if you want to create some real world application, then you have to integrate both the script flows into our workflows, right? With that everyone, you can clearly able to understand what is Crewai, why we specifically use Crewai, and what is two main concepts in Crewai. One is crews and one is flow, and then we are seeing we saw the applications, right? What specific, why we specifically use Crewai, and then summary of that. Okay, if you want to create some real world application, we integrate both crews and flows. With that everyone, okay, keep the, I share on GitHub with all of you, right? Keep the GitHub with you. Okay, in future videos, if I add any contents, okay, crews, flows, human in the loop, tools, okay, whatever the concept which I'm going to cover in future, okay, I'm adding only in this workspace only, okay, which I shared to you, this workspace only. Keep the repository with you, right? So with that everyone, thank you for watching my video.